Welcome to the launch of the Fish R Us website. Fish R Us has stores distributed across the US, and we sell fish and fish supplies. As e-commerce is pivoting, currency is being reformatted to crypto, and IoT is impending, we are taking the booming, riveting, and unprecedented domestic demand of fish and fish supplies and pioneering it into a digital transformation. The mission of the Fish R Us is to optimize and track the selling of fish and fish supplies to customers. To accomplish this, we've designed our website to track, maintain, update our customers, vendors, products, customer orders, stores, and inventory held at each store. And to tackle this project, we've collaborated through the semester to piece together our ideas and our work. Starting with Alex, he led with the site functionality, making sure all of our pages flowed together, referencing the right PHP file, accessed the right table in the database, debugged any authorization concerns, and tested the use cases to ensure the website's functional. Alex will also be walking us through the site. Abdel aligned the site design with our sitemap, along with the construction of essential pages to accompany the use cases. Whether it's a functional nav bar or HTML form, he put the idea into a deliverable. And the sitemap was used by Abdel, will be presented here and also available in the final submission. James focused on the authorization and authentication for the site. We found it important to limit the amount of accessibility a common user could have compared to the full reign an admin user has. James also contributed largely to the other functional PHP reference pages and for the final functionality of the site. As for me, Matt, I built out the database. Using our initial ERD as a foundation, we moved through normalization, establishing the right primary and foreign keys so that added, updated, and deleted information from the website would adjust the data aggregation correctly, and the full database script will be available in that final submission. We decided to keep the ERD within scope of the class and keep it simple, and also functional to meet the project requirements. Unique primary keys between tables kept the data identifiable, and certain foreign keys tie the tables together that required a relation. Before we dive into the walkthrough, here's our sitemap. Similar to our ERD, we simplified our project to keep it within scope of the class, but it still remained functional as we amalgamated the semester's web app learnings to build our site. And now we're ready for the website walkthrough.
All right, so this is the walkthrough of the Fish R Us website, the web application. So starting as a user who's logged out, so if you go to home, or if you were to go to the site and if you go through your browser, it would force you to go to the login page initially. So I've created a user named Please Work back when I was a little bit less sure of my, well, I guess his name is Please and the password is Work. Back when I was a little less sure of whether it was going to, but now, see, it works just great. That helps log it in. And Please Work actually is he is an admin for this site, so he'll have access to all the capabilities. Now, kind of as we touched on for the use cases of the site, you have users and admins. Users are able to both view and manipulate, change, add, and delete the products, stores, vendors, customers, and orders, whereas where the users are not allowed they're not allowed those same privileges. So as an admin, if I go to products, I can view all the products that are available at our different stores. We can see what vendor supplied them. We can see the product ID. We can see the product type, name, cost, and the retail cost that we would charge, making a nice, what's that, $4 profit here on our silver angelfish. Very nice. And then if I wanted to change any of those things, I could go to the admin page. And so here we can delete a record. You can see that confirmation comes through that the record deletion was successful. And if we so choose, we can also add another product. So let's say vendor ID is 001, product type 2, the name is Silverfish. We're on the subject of silver here. Cost, let's see, we get them for a clean $4, and we sell them for $5.75. So this one's a low margin. This is just get people in the door. Alrighty, so just like that, the item is added to our database. So that's for stores or products, and that same functionality exists for all the different elements of the site. So we have the stores, the products. We can add a new store. Let's do one of these. Let's see, West Palm Beach, Florida, sunny Florida. FL 84103. We'll give it a Utah zip code because we don't know Florida ones, and a nice Utah phone number as well. And then that new store is added to the database just like that. So that's great. We can also, if we realize that West Palm just isn't performing like we hoped they would, we can delete them right out of the database so that we can have a verification that that was successful. So all those same functionalities exist for the vendor. Delete those records, and we can add a new one. We go to that portion on the admin page, the same with the customers, and the same, let's see here, if I go to the admin page, we can delete our customers. Old Tiger Woods, we appreciate your excellence at golf. However, we are no longer interested in your business for whatever reason. Maybe he used a bad check when he tried to pay for his fish. We can only speculate. Here we go. We have customers, and then, oh yeah, so for the orders, also it shows the customer order ID, so which customer placed the order, which products, and what store it was purchased from. These can all be deleted and added as well. Here we have a nice privacy page. Privacy is our top priority here at Fish R Us. And then we have an admin page. Now on this admin page, you can add a new user, which is a great functionality. So let's say hypothetically our admin Please Work, he employs his niece, Janet, first name Janet, last name Work, username JWork. Password is going to be JWork as well. That's going to be salted and hashed and then added into the database. And then, sorry, let's start here. All right, so that happens. She lives in Utah. She is just a user. She is not an admin. We'll also give her zip code and a phone number. Okay, so JWork with password JWork. All right, so now what happens is if we were to log out of our website, if we were to try to log into any of these pages again, we would be forced back to the login credentials. All right, so now with our newly created employee JWork, Janet, she's gonna log in here. We're gonna not save that. And she is successfully logged in as a user on Fish R Us. Now as a user, she does not have access to the exact same privileges that an admin would. So she can go to products. She can still view all the products as per our use cases. Same things with stores, vendors, customers, and orders. However, if she was to try to change those orders, delete them, add a new order, any of the above, she would view this, she'd be served this, you are not authorized to view this page because she is merely a user. Also the admin page where you're able to create new users. Let's say she wants to add her cousin and they can get some sort of insider deals on some of these fishes. Nope, she's not allowed to. She's just a user and not an admin. So that is Fish R Us's web application in summarized here. We have user and admin roles that are both require authorization and authentication depending on the page. You have functionality to change, add, delete all these different elements of the business, all of which successfully update the database which it is built upon. And that's Fish R Us.
All right. In order to build that beautiful Fish R Us platform, we arranged our code very similar to how it was taught in class. Rather than scroll through troves of code within one file, we found it beneficial to break it into functional parts, referencing it correctly and just keeping it organized. Similar to teams with many commits into a repository instead of just one large commit. This philosophy allows for easier review and collaboration for debugging and editing. Thank you for attending the launch of the Fish R Us website.